Hey everybody, good day. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. It is such a pleasure having you guys on. And do you guys know it has certainly been a while? And because we have been away for a while, guys, we are going to begin today with some phonics. So we are going to be breaking down English words and we are going to see different songs in these words. And hopefully, at the end of the session, you guys will be able to learn a lot more about phonics, phonetical use, about English language, how to decode words, and this will definitely help you in one way or the other. So I thank you guys so much for being here. I know I've been missing for a while, guys. But that happens sometimes. And despite being missing for a while, I'm gonna try to make it up to you guys. So guys, let me know who said it me. Thank you so much for being here. And it is really a pleasure having you here. If you stick around, I'll appreciate it. And I know that some of you guys may have missed your regular videos. I am also sorry for that, guys. If you've missed your regular videos, thank you still for being here and for already showing your uh, love, showing that you guys are committed to being here. It is always a pleasure having you guys. Yeah. All right. So, guys, let's begin our session for today. And in the beginning of the session, I will project my screen, right? So I'm gonna have to take a pass screen. So let's go with that. So this is what we are gonna be doing today, guys. Today it's gonna be all about us having a whole English reading practice, and we're gonna do this through a trivia. Right? So I hope that you guys can definitely enjoy this session and it will be very meaningful to you. It will impact you and as we thought will help you to improve in your learning of English. I also, without further ado, we're going to begin. So this is an English reading practice. Guys, before that, please let me know where you're from in the comment section. Remember, I always like to know where you guys are from. But, so get active, guys, in the comment section. Tell me where you're like outside of it to know where you're tuning from. And then you guys get active. Tell me where you're from, guys. And guys, if you haven't liked the video, please give the video a thumbs up, share it out to someone who you know might be interested in this kind of content. Of course, we want to learn more about English. We want to learn how to decode English. We are always happy for all that good stuff when it comes to learning about English. So let's begin, guys. So our first question is, which two words begin with the same sound? And I need you guys to really get active in the comment section. That's what I want from you guys to really get active in the comment section. Tell us which two words begin with the same sound. As you will notice, the words on the screen, all of them begin with the same letter. If a word begins with the same letter, it does not necessarily mean that it has the same sound, because that's English for you guys. English is a language that is made up of so many languages that it becomes complicated when reading. So, hence the reason that we're letting you guys know that you cannot always follow the rules because there are so many different rules that can apply. And sometimes depends on where you have learned English. You maybe have learned one rule and stick to that one rule. It does not work like that, guys. You cannot stick to one rule when it comes to English, okay? Because there are so many variations. All right, so let me see you guys get active in the comment section and let's see what your answer would be. Please guys get active in the comments. Let's see what your answer is going to be. Which two words begin with the same sound? All right, so let's see the word and let's see which two begins with the same sound. Our first word here, this one is city. City. So here the C coming before I, it makes it sound like this. So we hear S, then we hear it, and the Y at the end makes it sound like E. So we hear city. And what is a city? A city is actually like a town. So city and town, they refer to the same thing. So if you know what a town is, then definitely you know what a city is because they are synonyms for each other. All right. So a large town is what you would call a city, or the urban area, that's what you would call a city. Okay. So let's keep going. Our next word is in. So the spelling here, and this one makes it sound like the K sound. So here, then we hear A because the E at the end is silent. So the A makes a long sound, calling it into A. So we hear in, in. The last song we hear is me. So our word here is in. And this cane can refer to cane as in sugar cane. It can also refer to a cane as in a walking stick. So you may have seen like blind person using a cane before. And it can also refer to cane as in that tool that is used for hitting or for beating. And most of the time you would find like a police would be the one that would use that. So like this slender stick, they would use it to beat or to hit. And also a cane can refer to a stick that is used to support a plant. So when you have a plant and you have a stick that supports it to help it to stay uh, up or so it does not fall, then you would call that a cane also. And the last word is S. So when T comes before E, I or Y, we hear a song like this. So in this one, we're hearing a song like this. So yes, I, the Y makes an I sound here. Remember, Y in the middle can make an I or E sound. And when it's at the end too. When it begins a word, then it's going to make a sound like Y. So yes, I, and then the LE makes a sound that says oh, oh. So here, cycle, cycle, cycle. Our word here is cycle. All right. So from all that we have just done, say the words now and see which two begins with the same sound. City, cane, cycle. Which two begins with the same? Say them now. We have already learned how to debunk them, how to break them down. So yes, it and the Y at the end makes it sound like this. City. Next one we hear teen, but the other end is silent, the A makes a long sound. That's where it's called its name. So we hear teen, and we said teen is a stick that is used for walking, like the blind would use a cane. Also, cane is a tool that is used for hitting a slender stick or to support a plant. And then we said a cycle. So we didn't explain what a cycle is. So basically, a cycle is something that would basically repeat itself. A cycle is something that would repeat itself, or something that goes in a circular pattern, or something that goes in a sequence, right? So that's what we call a cycle. So city, pain, cycle, which two begins with the same sound. Okay? Which two begins with the same sound. Guys, I need you guys to get active in the comment section and tell me which two begins with the same sound. All right, so I'm not seeing anyone responding. So I take it that I should respond. Okay, I will respond. So city, yes, pain. We only hear so that doesn't match. That doesn't have the same beginning sound. Cycle, cycle. Yes. So in cycle, you hear that sound also. So the two words that begin with the same sound would be city and cycle. City and cycle. In has the sound. So that does not have the same sound. All right, guys. If you got that, then you're doing very well. Let's now move to the next sound. That is our next one. So now we're going to say which two words begin with the same sound again. And let's see. This time we're working with SH and CH sound. We're working with SH and CH sound. All right. So let's see that. And guys, phonics is a very important part of your learning English. If you want to learn English, phonics is so important. Do not ever slice it or they take it very serious. Or you will not have proper pronunciation for your words. Also, what would happen is that you would find yourself in a position where you keep applying the same rules and these rules, they are not the same. So hence the reason it's good to really upgrade your phonics and learn phonics. So which two begins with the same sound? Our first word, we get a CNH make the sound sh. So in this one, the CH makes it sound like SH. Sh. And then we hear ev, chev, and the Y at the end makes the E sound. So we hear chev, Chevy, Chevy. And this is actually a type of vehicle, Chevy. The SH in shout, we hear sh. And then you hear OE, say ow. Then you hear t, shout, shout. And if you look in shout, you can actually see the small word out. What does it mean to shout? Well, when you shout, it simply means that you're making a loud sound. You are making this expression that is so strong, filled with a lot of emotion. And when you shout, you can also say that you yell. Yell is another word you can use to shout. Another word you can use to shout, which is like when you cry out loud. You can use that word for shout too. And our word here, our final word is ch. And then IR together says so we get ch, ch, chirp, chirp. So our three words, chevy, shout, chirp. What does chirp mean? So chirp is actually the sound that a bird would make, or some other insects would also make that sound, a chirping sound. That's where they make a song like they're tweeting, or a song like they are kind of singing, or we can say that it's a song that sounds like a tweeter. That song is a chirp song. It's actually a short song, but with that song, it is sharp, right? So it has a high pitch and it is sharp when the birds make it. You say that with chirp. All right. So now let's try to figure out which two words begin with the same sound. Go ahead, guys. It's your turn. Hi, Zayan. Thank you for being here, Zayan. Hello to you. Welcome. How was your day or your night or your evening? Tell us where you're from, Zayan. Let's hear where you're from. It's always good to know where you guys are from. All right. So you can type in the comment section. Tell us where you're from, Zayan. Zayan, tell us where you're from. Thank you. All right, then. So let's keep going. So go ahead now, say the word. Let's say you say the word. And remember, if you want to come up on screen to do this with you, you can do it. So just let me know that you are ready and that we'll be able to invite you on screen to read these words, to give sounds. And I'm sure that this will help you a lot to improve your English. All right. So say the word, guys. We just learned the different parts of the word, the sound of the word. So now it's your turn to say them, and let's see which two begins with the same sound. So the first one is Chevy, Chevy. The next one is shout, shout. And then the other one, the last one is a chirp, chirp. And remember, we are also covering the vocabulary for these words. So you guys would have seen us covering the vocabulary for the words because vocabulary is also important for you to really understand how to use each word. You're not in any way taking that for slighting it. Okay? So let's keep going. Let's tell you guys what you gotta say. Come on, guys, get active in the comments. Let's know what's going with you guys. Get active, guys. Let's see what you guys have to say. Get active, guys. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Welcome, Graham. You're so much welcome. We are always so happy and delighted to have everyone who's here with us. All right, guys. So come on, let's see what you have to say, guys. Remember, we always welcome everyone's participation. Okay? We welcome your participation. Come on. So here we are. Sorry, guys. We're at Chevy. Remember, CA makes it sound like sh. S8 sound, then we hear air, then we hear B, and the Y at the end, we put E sound. So our word here is Chevy. Chevy. Right? And SH here makes the sh sound. OU makes owl. So we hear sh, owl. And then we hear the T make the t sound. So we hear shout. And when you shout, that means you yell or you scream or you make loud noise. And the final word is ch. I am making the sound and then we hear so we hear ch, chirp, chirp, guys, chirp. Guys, let me increase my computer screen. I think you guys have been in the dim, and I'm so sorry about that. Let me increase the so yeah. Sorry about that. It's only now that I glanced across the screen and I recognize that you guys maybe not even feeling as good as I am. Hey, so let's keep going. All right, so the word that actually has the same beginning sound. Remember, CH in this one makes it sound like FH. Don't get sh, edge, and then get the Y, make it in sign for Chevy, shout, you get sh, then OU, out, and you can see the small word out. So when you shout, it simply means that you yell or you make a loud cry. Our final word, chirp, you get ch, I am making the sound and so you get ch, chirp, and we said that's when a bird makes that song as we're singing. It's normally a short song that has a high pitch, and that song can also be called a tweet. But often in English, you would hear a person say that the bird chirp or the birds are chirping. All right. So which two words begin with the same sound? Okay, it's Chevy, shout, chirp. So our two words that begin with the same sound would be Chevy and shout. Those would be our two words with the same sound. All right, I know that a lot of you may have thought that sh- Chevy and chirp begin with the same sound only because they begin with the same letters. Guys, remember that's why you gotta learn phonics in English. When you learn English phonics, it helps you to see the differences in words and to be able to call words based on sound. And you would not be fooled because what you would do is that you would practice a method that is called cueing. So that is where you would use the tongue. So all the songs that you're familiar with, you use them, and then you choose which one actually sounds like a word that you've heard before, or a word in your vocabulary, or which one sounds like a real word in English. That's the basics of cueing. It's a very good method to use when you are reading English. All right, so let's keep going. Let's go on to our next word, our next set of words. Ah, yes, right. And let's see how this one is gonna work out for us. And I know that this one, it looks a lot like, hey, soon as I look at it, I can guess which two words make the same sound. But it's far more than that. So let's actually break down the words and see which ones would make the same sound. Our first word, we have G and H together. The G makes the sound, so we get good. The H stays silent, so we get good. The O makes a long sound, we get O, and then st. Put it together, we have good, O, st, go. However, you would always put the G and H together, but you just say that the H is silent, the G makes the sound. So we get good, ghost, ghost. Our word is ghost. Oh, what is a ghost? Have you seen a ghost before? In different places, ghosts are called by different names, right? So you have to be aware of the name that maybe is used in your culture to refer to a ghost. So a ghost is actually a spirit of a dead person, and the spirit of this dead person is what our ancestors believe that would visit people who are living, right? And normally this spirit will appear in a way that the spirit looks very pale, like, in a white pale fashion, almost like it's transparent. And this is what they would call a ghost. Ghost can also refer to basically something that doesn't appear. So, for example, you can say that you have ghost someone. When you say that you ghost someone, it simply means that you have not been around them, you have been very silent, you have not been in contact with them when you say that you ghost them. All right. So you have not made any effort at all where that person is concerned, then you can say that you have ghosted the person. So it's more or less like you have been dead to that person. All right. Our next word, we have J. When G comes before E, otherwise you hear something like J, a J sound. So here we make the sound J. So then we go along, we have the rhyme N, Jen, and then make the sound. We can put E and T together because that's a very popular ending for a lot of English words. We have Jen, and the LE at the end says O, O. So we say gentle, gentle, gentle. So the word is gentle. All right. What does it mean to be gentle? So when you're gentle, persons would basically love your spirit. They love the person that you are because in their view, you would actually be a person that is kind, maybe somebody that is very tender, somebody that is more or less forbearing, loving. You have a good nature, you're soft, you're quiet, you're very humble and still, you're peaceful, and all that is how we would classify somebody when they are gentle. All right. So, do you know somebody that is gentle? Are you a gentle person? Well, I hope that you are, guys. Because being gentle is actually a good thing. All right. Such a good feeling to be gentle. Okay, our next word, we have J, O. Yeah, the thing is filing, so it gives power to the vowel to call it soon. So we have J, O. So the word is J, O, Joe. And then we add the S sound. We have joke, joke. Our word here is joke, jokes. And of course, jokes would be when something else is very funny. You would say that it gives you joke, or it makes you laugh. You can classify it as a joke. And I'm sure that you have heard joke before, and you yourself may have even tell jokes before. Have you told jokes before? Let me know, guys. What jokes have you heard before, or what jokes have you told before? Get active in the comment section. Tell us what jokes you've heard before or what jokes you have told before. We want you guys to get active in the comments. Get active, guys, in the comment section. Let's get active. What jokes have you told before? So when something's funny, you would classify it as a joke. All right. So what jokes have you told before? So a joke is anything that makes you laugh, anything that amuses you. You would call it a joke, right? It's funny. Or we can say that, it's humorous or it gives you a lot of humor. So oftentimes we hear about jokes when persons would tell their jokes, or sometimes they would use English itself to bring out funny things or silly things. For example, they would use puns, and puns can actually really bring out um, funny, funny expressions. And because it can, that would come out as a joke. So if you don't know about puns, guys, you should definitely learn about puns Sorry, in English. If you don't know about puns, you should learn about puns, guys. Puns is something that is very funny. It is actually like a wordplay. So when people basically play with words in a way that they create double meanings, then that would be a pun, right? So you can learn some jokes. So maybe one day you can tell us a joke that you have learned or a joke that you have told someone. Or how have you been funny to someone? How have you made them laugh? Have you played with words using puns so that your expressions they come out in a way that it makes people amused and so they would start laughing? Let me know in the comment section there. And voice share with me guys, please let me know that you're here, okay? So let's see which two words begin with the same sound. We have the cold, gentle, chill. Let's say the word again. And remember, we're doing vocabulary for them. If you've missed the vocabulary for the word gold, gentle, and jokes, then you need to go back to them because the vocabulary for these words are also important for you to practice while you're using the word. So ghost, gentle, jokes, which two begins with the same sound. Tell us, you've heard the word, so it should be very easy for you. All right, so it's gentle and jokes. So gentle, jokes, sorry, and gentle, those are the two that begin with the same sound. You know, a lot of persons may have said ghost and gentle, but if you've done that, you are so incorrect. One of the things that you should always look for in English, most words in English that comes when the G comes before E, I or Y, you would hear a song like J. Always try to keep that in mind. And that would help you with reading words that begin with G. And that is actually the rule for soft G. So if you've never heard of soft G in English, soft G is the sound that G makes when it comes to for G, E, I, or Y. And that sound is J, 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 just like the J sound, J. All right, so if you got those, then you were doing well so far. You're going to do this one now. We're going to do this one. All right. Is there any word on screen that you are familiar with? Is any of the word that you know? If you know any of the words, type which ones you know in the comment section. Type which ones you know in the comment section. All right, so let's begin. So in this word, the T is silent. You hear the S makes it sound like S. When we hear the Y, makes it sound like I, just like in the word cycle. You hear Y in the middle, making that I sound. Remember, Y in the middle can make I or E sound because it acts like a vowel. So it's right when it's at the end, it can make both sound. So yes, I, the CH makes it sound like K. So we get side, and then we get, and then I and C together, we can blend them to make a rhyme. It, because we find a word that rhyme a lot in English words. It, like words that ends with it, like electronic, and all these words they end with it. All right, so here we have the sound. So we have remember, he's silent. You do not hear the P. But for spelling purposes, always remember that P is there. Don't forget. All right. So are we getting there, guys? I think we are. Let's keep going if you think you're getting there. So we have psych and then psych and ick. Psychic. Psychic. Our word is psychic. Psychic. Who is a psychic? Or what is a psychic? What is a psychic? Yeah. Tell me guys, have you ever heard of psychic before? Yeah. So a lot of the times when you have psychic, you think of something that is magical or magic. You may think of something that is kind of supernatural. Have you? So psychic would be something that actually focuses on phenomenons that are kind of like natural phenomenon that are kind of out of this world kind of stuff. That's what it would relate to. Psychic would also relate to your mind or your soul, anything that, has to do with your mind or your soul, your inner being, your emotional, your spiritual state. Those things would uh, basically fit into psychic. Another thing that we can use again if we are to use a noun for psychic, like we call someone a psychic, this would be a person that actually is used as a medium to say that they have the psychic powers, they have this supernatural type of power, all right? Or this, special mental ability, then you would call them a psychic. All right. So is that a word that you've heard before? Psychic. If it's a word you've heard before, let me know. Let's see, guys. If it's a word you've heard before, psychic. It's a very popular word. Have you ever heard that word, psychic? Please let me know. Have you heard of that? And what did it pertain to? Our next word is quick. This time we hear the Y in the middle making a short I sound. Remember Y in the middle or at the end, sorry, in the middle, it makes a long or short sound. At the end, it always makes a long sound. So it's going to be I or E. So let's go ahead now and call this word. So we have put E, the short sound, and we hear You can actually put that together to get the small word If you already very good at reading, you can put this together to say ram, as in a ram goat, which would be a male version of a goat. You would call that male version a ram. And then we have id. So this can be a rhyme in the terms of lead, mid, hid, all those small words. We can just use the rhyme id. So here we have ear, ear, ram, id, pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. Our word would be pyramid. And what is a pyramid? You might be very familiar with a pyramid. So a pyramid actually looks like a triangular shape uh, monument. Well, I would say monument because pyramids, they are not being built today like that, Back then, we used to have a lot of food, like in Egypt and those places in ancient times where they actually used them to build tombs and so on. So a pyramid is actually like a kind of monument called structured with has like a square or triangular base, and it has a slope. All right, so it has a slope, And that slope, they would meet at one point. You see this point to the top? That's where they would actually meet, at the point at the top. And pyramids back then, they were built with stone. They were built with stone. So if you go to Egypt, maybe you'll be able to see a pyramid. Maybe you'll be able to even go inside of one, just for fun. If you're familiar with pyramid, let me know that you're familiar with it. And our next word is the I makes a long tongue. So we hear I, the GH in the tongue silent, both the G and the E, and the T makes the T sound. So we hear sight, sight, sight. So in the word ghost, we did this word earlier. You have to note that the G makes the sound and the H was silent. So we hear good O. But however, in the word sight, the GH, both letters are silent. That's because GH in the middle of words, oftentimes it becomes silent. When it's at the end of words too, a lot of times it is silent or it can be used as a F sound. So you can hear for a GH sound, like in the word laugh. You can hear at the end. That's the GH making the sound. All right. So here we have the word sidekick, we have the word pyramid, and we have the word sight, which two words begin with the same sound. And in all of these examples, you're going to notice that the words that begin with the same letter, they do not begin with the same sound. And that's how you can get confused with English, right? Because you ask yourself, why does the word begin with the same letter, but yet the letters, they do not have the same sound? And you're going to start thinking, hey, this is a mad language, or this is not right, or this is confusing, or this is, you know, not what I was expecting. But hey, that's why it's called English. I think English is one of the hardest language for anyone to learn. And that's why you have to be very, very careful when you're learning English and be very aware of whom you are learning English with, because there are things that you can learn incorrectly and you will be practicing those things all the time. And after a time, they become like second nature to you. And when it's time to correct them, you're going to have so much problems correcting them. All right? You're going to have so much problems correcting them. And it's going to be very difficult for you. Honestly, very difficult. So please be very careful when you're learning English, with whom you're learning English with. All right? Or when you are learning how to read, speak, or how to write English, be very careful. That's what I would say to you. Always be careful. Okay? All right? Be careful, be careful, be careful, not be good, be careful. So, which two words begin with the same sound? If you can tell me, then I think I would see that we should go on. Which two words begin with the same sound? Come on, guys, and get active in my comments. I love to have you guys active in my comments. I've not seen Sati today. I hope she's doing well. Sati's all the way from India, and she's always there. So, hello, Sasi. If you join at a later date, you would actually hear me shouting you as always, because you're always here. And I'm so grateful for you always being here. I appreciate you being here all the time. So, guys, easy, sorry, psychic, pyramid, type, psychic, pyramid, sight, which two begins with the same sound. So our two that begins with the same sound, psychic and sight, and yes, and yes. All right. So that's the two that begins with the same sound. Remember for spelling purposes that psychic, the P silent. Always remember that. Also remember the Y. The song that you hear for the Y is actually an I sound. So you have to remember it's not an I, but it is the letter Y. In the word pyramid, the same. You hear the short I sound for the Y, but you have to remember that it's a Y that is there, not a short I. In the word sight, always remember the GH followed the I sound. So in English, IGH is actually a sound of the 44 sounds in English. And if you learn IGH sound, you're going to learn a combination of different words like night, fight. You're going to learn words like bright, tight, might, all these words because they have that same IGH. So when you learn words, it's good to learn a combination that comes with that sound so that when you're spelling, your spelling would be on point. Spelling is as important as following the word, especially if you're using English to write. So psychic and sight, they begin with the same sound. Despite pyramid and psychic, they have the same beginning. Always remember in English, it does not matter about the letter that it begins with. What matters would be the sound. All right? Always remember that. You've done the vocabulary for these words. So please, if you haven't heard the vocabulary, you can always go back to it to get the vocabulary for the words. Our next set of words, which two words begin with the same sound. And guys, I need you guys to get interactive. Come on, type in the comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. All right, type in the comments. Let's see what you're saying. Which two words begin with the same sound? All right, so let's get active now and let's decode these English words. That's how we learn English words. We learn them by decoding them. When we decode words in English, it helps us to learn how to read English. And we also get to practice English. So when you practice reading in English, it becomes fun. After a time, it becomes fun. It becomes like you are somebody that has to look out for certain things. And in looking out for these things, it allows you to really learn how to use the language. And essentially, that's what I want for you guys. I want you to learn how to use the language in a way that you become almost like a native speaker. Like you can. So let's look at these words. In this one, we hear put, A and R together are. So we hear par, then ru, and ought. We can use ought as a rhyme to say like words like pot, tot, lot, all those. We can just put that together as a rhyme in English. So we have put, are, par, and then ought. So we have parrot, parrot. All right. What happens is that we actually cut the R sound a bit short. So instead of us saying par, we say par and ought. Parrot, parrot. What is a parrot? Okay. A parrot is actually a bird. It's an animal. A parrot is a type of bird, and maybe you have seen it before. They are very colorful. They have like gasping feet. They have a voice that, guys, it sounds a bit harsh at times, the way that they make their songs, like a screeching type of song. the parrot would make, and it would sound sharp, sharp, sharp. I don't know if you've ever once also and heard one before, or if you, in your environment, you are surrounded by parrots on a daily basis. But however, that's what parrots are. And they have a short, down curve, hooked bill. That's another thing about them. So you might be very familiar with what a parrot is. And if you're not so familiar with a parrot, I think I should bring up the one on screen so you can see a parrot. Let's see a parrot, guys. So this is a parrot right there. All right? Good. So you got to see one. I didn't want to extend the clip too much, but that's a parrot. If you're not familiar with the parrot, have you guys seen it? I don't know if you guys have even seen the parrot. But that's a parrot, basically. So are you guys familiar with parrot? Let me know. If not, what I can do in my next video, I can share what a parrot is, and we can even free talk on parrots. Are you familiar with them? Please let me know. And if you haven't tapped yet, guys, to like the video, please go ahead and tap to like the video. Our next word, P and H together, makes the sound. So we hear a song like F. We hear the O makes a long sound. We hear O. And the E at the end is silent. So we hear phone, phone. And this word says phone. When we hear a phone, we think of a sound. When you hear of a phone, you actually think of a sound. So, for example, a telephone, a mobile phone. These are devices that we use so that we can make calls. We can even text on them these days, or we can contact people using different mediums, not medium, different means within that one phone, by texting, by calling, so many different ways. All right. Let's keep going, guys. So our next word is the E at the end is silent. We hear the A make a long sound, calling its name. We hear A. Always, whenever E is at the end of the vowel that comes before that vowel would either make a long sound where it says the name of the letter, or where it makes it short sound. In most cases, it will make a long sound, but in other cases, it would make a short sound. So you have to learn the difference in the ways that it is used in word, whether it makes a long sound in this word or it makes a short sound. Learn the different ways that the vowel would operate in the word. So here we hear when C comes before E, I or Y, we hear a sound like S. So yes. So in this one, we definitely gonna hear the S sound. So we hear is, is. Our word here is faith, faith. And that is what you have. A faith is actually anywhere that you have a part that you can actually more or less press on a surface that would be called a face. So where you have a front of something, uh, in most cases, you would find faces on a lot of three-dimensional shapes. They would have faces. And you know the world is 3D, so definitely a lot of things around us would have a face. Anything that has a front part, we call it a face. We also have a face on our head, and that face is actually the front part of our head. We call it the face. Right? So where our forehead is to our chin, we would call that our face. All right. So there we have it. Parrot, phone, tape. Parrot, phone, face. Which two songs the same at the beginning? Which two begin with the same letter? Which two begins with the same letter? So the words parrot, phone, face. I think you know already. So the answers are phone, we hear at the beginning, and face, we hear at the beginning. Those are the two that has the same sound at the beginning. For spelling purposes, always remember parrot has two R's in it. For spelling purposes, always remember parrot has two R, the R is doubled. In phone, remember P and H makes the sound, the F sound in phone. And also remember that there's an E at the end. Despite you do not hear the E at the end sound, you have to remember that E is there at the end in the word phone. And in the word face, always remember that the E at the end is silent. So always remember there's an E there. You must put that when you spell. And the song that you hear, that last song, it is a C that makes the song and not an S. All right. So take those two things into consideration when spelling the word face. Those two things into consideration when spelling the word phone, and take into consideration the word parrot. We double the R. There's some people who would spell parrot with only one R. If you spell it like that, it's incorrect. All right. Despite those who are viewing your work, they would realize you want to spell the word parrot, that would be incorrect. If you write the word phone and you write it with an F instead of the PH, that would be incorrect. And you have to sometimes look at your audience. If it's someone who's not like from the English language background where they grew up speaking English or they have that experience in English over time, they would not know what you're trying to write there. All right. So be very careful. And the word face, their presence would spell the word face like it's F-A-F. Some people would spell it F-A-C. And, the spelling would be on and on. Some people have so many different ways of spelling. So my encouragement to you is to be very careful with your spelling. Try your best, your utmost best, to always look at the words when you're spelling them, ask yourself if it's correct. A technique that you can develop with spelling would always be to learn phonics. And here I am teaching you how to break words in English, as in how to decode these words so that you can improve your reading, you can improve your spelling, you can improve even your vocabulary through this, and also your grammar. Because in our reading, we learn to break words. So we know if we see a D added to the word, we call the first part of the word, then we add the D sound. So then that right there would tell us, hey, this is a word that is used in the past tense. All right? These are all things we learn. We learn parts of a word too. When we learn parts of a word, it would help us to learn how words are built. And in learning how words are built, we understand the vocabulary very easily. Okay? You think you got it, guys? So I'm here to help you with that. All right, so now it's time for us to free talk, and I'll be doing a part 2 to this session. I'll be doing a part 2 to this session a bit later, maybe the next 8 hours or so. We'll be covering, no, less than 8 hours, the next 6 or 7 hours. We'll be covering a part 2 using words like this, seeing which words begin with the same sound, which words end with the same sound, and so on, we begin a part two by God's grace. All right, once He permits. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you for staying true to the channel. I want to thank you for really being here sometimes while I was not here for a week. And you guys, you are here, and I'm so grateful to have you here today to really uh, come and learn English. So now it's your time to free talk. Let me hear what you guys have to say. If there's anything that you want to say, let me know. Next time, what I'll try to do, I'll try to add some pictures with the word so they would help you in case you do not know the word. And in case you are not able to speak English as fluent, then you would still understand what the word is. So I'll try to do that next time too to help out with your vocabulary. All right, guys. So get active now in the comment section. Let's talk. We've been learning all this for an hour. Let me know what you would want to see more of on the channel. You guys know that we do reading, where we do different topics and we read through scripts of different topics. And I would do vocabulary for you. I would do grammar. I would also do comprehension and spelling, everything in one guide. That would help you to learn the language and be very effective with the language. But I need to hear from you guys. I need to hear what other things you want to see and how else I can help you. I also include a free talk session where you're able to come up on screen and you're able to talk with me based on different key things that we have talked about in the lesson. And so I would really love to hear from you because I've not had anyone come up yet to talk. And trust me, I would love that for you guys to come up and talk. So let me know, guys, if you're interested in the free talk, if that's something that you want to continue doing the free talk after each lesson so that you guys can really share what you want to learn more, what you think you have improved on, what, new thing that you think, hey, you'd want to study on here, and we'll be able to do all that. So let me know, guys. Please get active in the comment section. Or if you feel so inclined, guys, come up on screen and let's talk about it. Right? So let me know which one you are up to, whether you're up to coming up on screen or you just want to be active in the comments. Let me know that. Come on, guys, get active in the comment section. So let's just do a run through of all those that we've done before. And let's just see how well we have learned all these words. Our first word is city. We said city is a tongue. Once you know what a tongue is, you can definitely relate to a city because they both mean the same thing. They are synonyms for each other. A large town is called a city, or the urban area is called a city. Cane, we said cane here can refer to a sugar cane, that fruit that you eat, or cane can refer to a stick, a slender piece of stick that is used by a blind person to walk. You call that a cane, or that slender stick that a police would use to hit or to beat someone. That's also a cane. And we said the word cycle. We said cycle is when something happens in a repeated fashion or in a pattern. You call it a cycle. All right. And we highlighted that in cycle, the Y makes the I sound, the LE says O, the S makes it sound like, the C makes it sound like S. So be careful when you're spelling to spell the word correctly. So too in the word pain, the E silent, the A makes a long sound, so we hear the A say A. In the word city, we said the S because it comes, the C, sorry, because it comes before I, it's going to make it sound like S, and the Y at the end makes it sound like E. We can do the small word it and put it together, we get the word city. So That's it for those three words. The two that actually sounds the same would be city and cycle at the beginning. Would be city and cycle because Keen has a different song. As you notice, Keen, the song that you hear for the seat, it's the song. All right, guys, that's number one that we did. Let's go to number two. Our word Chevy. You can see I still have the markings here. The SH sound is given to the CH. So we hear sh and then S and then the Y at the end makes a sound like E. And we said Chevy, it's actually a type of vehicle. So if you're familiar with a Chevy, then you will know what it is. I think um, it's a car. And I think that the name for the car is actually Chevrolet. I think that's the name for the car, Chevrolet. That's what we call a Chevy. Also, Chevy can have another meaning. It can mean to hunt, or it can mean to chase, or it can mean to run after something. That's another meaning that you can use for the word Chevy. Our next word is shout. The SH makes the sound sh. The OU, ow, and then you hear the T makes the sound t, shout. You can see the small word out in it for spelling purposes. So we have shout. Now, shout means to yell or to make a loud cry. Then we see the word chirp, chirp. You hear the CH makes the ch sound, the high R makes the sound, and then we have put it together, we have chirp. Now, chirp is a song that is a high-pitched song that is short that birds would make. Some persons call it a tweet also. It's okay to call it a tweet. It's a song that sounds like the birds are singing. We call it a chirp. So our words are Chevy, shout, chirp. In these words, the two that makes the same sound at the beginning would be Chevy and shout. All right. So in the CH, the song for the CH here is ch, ch. It's different than the song that Chevy's making. Chevy's making the SH sound, which is the same as shout sound. All right. So always note the difference in the way that English can be. You can have the same letters but different sounds. Okay, our next word, set of words, we have ghost. In ghost, the G makes the sound, the H is silent. We put them together to say that they make the G sound. The O makes a long sound saying O. The S and T together, st. We hear G, ghost, ghost. We said that a ghost is actually like what people refer to as the spirit of the dead coming or returning to people that are living, and it will return in a form that looks very pale and kind of maybe transparent. And also, ghosts can be referred to as something that is dead or silent. For example, you can say, hey, somebody ghosted me today. That means the person would have stayed away from me or been silent or more or less not active, and you would say that they ghosted. Our next word, gentle. So we hear J, the G makes the J sound. Then we hear the small rhyme in, like in the word 10. And then we hear T. We can put that together to get N. So gent and the LE, O. So we hear gentle, gentle. Now, gentle, that's how you want somebody to be to you because gentle is somebody who's kind, somebody who is very thoughtful of your feelings and so on. So that person will be mild in whatever they do. Somebody that's gentle will be somebody that's humble. The next word is joke. So we get J. The O makes a long sound. We hear O, but we have the N is silent. We hear the K with the sound. So we hear joke, and then we add the S. We have joke, joke. A joke is something that amuses you. It's something that is funny, and it's something that brings out laughter from you. So normally you hear people say, "Hey, I'm gonna crack a joke," which means that they're gonna tell a joke, right? But it's a native way to say that you're going to tell a joke. You say, "Hey, I'm going to crack a joke," or you would say, "Hey, did you hear the joke that someone just cracked a while ago?" Yeah. So jokes are things that are funny. And I've said before, a lot of the times in English speakers would use puns, basically tell jokes. So what they would do is that they would do wordplay, they play on words in a way that these words they're gonna come out in a fun way, or they're gonna use them in a fun fashion. And pun is something that you can really study in order to become a person that has a lot of humor or has a lot of jokes to tell. You know, you're very funny, that kind of way. You can definitely use puns to tell jokes, and that can help with you improving your English. Our next word that we played was the word psychic. Psychic. In the word psychic, we said the P was silent, the S, yes, the Y makes a sound like I, so we hear I. Then we hear the CH make a sound like K, so we hear I, and then you hear it. The INC together, we can use that to make a rhyme. It. We put all that together, we have I, and then it, psychic. All right. Who is a psychic? We said a psychic is someone who really and truly um, thinks that they have the ability that is very supernatural, where they can just do things naturally in a natural form. And this ability would be one that is out of this world, kind of appearance. You would call that person a psychic. So things that are done in a psychic format would be things that are more or less magical or supernatural, that kind of stuff. We refer to them as psychic. The word pyramid, pyramid. So we have P, the I makes a short I sound in. Then we see the small word ram, like a ram goat, as in the male version of a goat. You call it a ram. And then we have the pyramid. What is a pyramid? You see, I have a drawing here of a pyramid. That's basically, that's just a step, right? It's where you have a triangular or a square-like shaped stone uh, structure that is built. This structure, most of the time you find it like in ancient Egypt and those places because it is very common or unique to them, to their culture. So that's what a pyramid is. You can see the sloping sides, and all these sloping sides, they would actually lead to this point at the top that would put them together, right? And a lot of the times the pyramid can have layers, so they can have different layers. And as the layers go on, they get smaller as they go to the top, basically to form the triangular shape. And our next word is the I makes a long I sound where I, the GH is silent. We can put I to H together to make a sound because in English, the 44 sounds include IGH, making the I sound and then it. So yes, I sight. Always remember for spelling purposes, the parts of these words that are not normal, right? As in the GH means silent here. Because spelling, remember you have to put that in. Remember the Y here makes a short I sound, so it's a Y, not an I when you're spelling. And so in the word psychic, you have to remember the Y there makes the I sound. The CH makes a K sound. You have to remember CH and not K. And at the beginning, you got to remember that it's a P at the beginning. So you don't just begin the word with an S. Remember the key there is silent. All right. And our final set is this one. We have the word put, A and R together, R, and then we hear ot. So we have ot, parrot. All right. We said parrot. Sight. We didn't know the word sight. Sight is your ability to see. All right. Your sight is your ability to see. Okay. The word parrot. We have put, R, and ot, parrot. And parrot is actually a bird. It is a very colorful bird. You have different types of parrots and different colors. Parrots are normally these animals that would make a very harsh song, screeching song. You would hear them from miles away when we're making their song. And they have a dung curve. That's how their body is shaped, with a dung curve. And they're birds. Our next word, we have TNH making the sound. The O makes a long sound in your O. And we say foot on. The O is silent. So always remember for spelling purposes that the H is making the F sound and not an F. And the E's at the end silent. And our final word is face. So we get A. The N is silent. The C makes a sound like S. So we hear A, and then always remember that the C is the one that makes the sound there. So try your best to look out for the spellings, and in the word parrot, phone, and face, the two words that has the same sound would be face and phone. Despite them beginning with the same letters, despite them not beginning with the same letters, they both have the same sounds. All right. And same for the words psychic and sight. Those were the two that begins with the same sound. And same for the word gentle and jokes. Those were the two that begins with the same sound. All right. So we have basically covered all of this. And we're going to stop there with one for today. And this is English phonics for you. This is what can build your reading in English. So what I want you to do is to make some sentences using these words now that you know the vocabulary so that you can practice spelling the word. All right. For example, you can make a sentence by saying, I want to purchase a new phone in the next 6 months. That would be you using the word phone. That helps you to build your vocabulary of the word phone and also to learn how to spell it. Right? Practice makes perfect. And I can see you guys will do an amazing job once you practice. So thank you so much for being here. And I hope that I'll see you guys a bit later when we're going to be actually going through the next set of words that begins with the same sound, but not necessarily having the same beginning. And we're going to actually break down the words in phonics and also learning the vocabulary of the English words so that you can improve your English. And I love it here helping you guys improve your English. So let me say thank you to you guys. Some of you did not comment. That's okay. Some of you did not like and share. That's okay. But guys, it would really help the channel if you guys can like, comment, share so that we can learn more English. And thank you so much for being here. So I hope that I'll see you guys again shortly. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Come on. If you guys want to email me, that's fine. You can email me at readonwards@gmail.com. Readonwards@gmail.com. Also, the email is linked there in the bio. So you guys can check that out if you guys want to email. And thank you so much for being here. Safi, I really miss you today commenting. You know, you're always active. I miss you today commenting. But I hope to see you again soon, right? And all the rest of you guys. I know some of you maybe are not here because you have not seen me for a while. It has been a week and some, right? But glory be to God, I'm here and I'm ready to help you guys again. So let's just do our best, and I'll see you guys in the next few hours. All right? So until then, guys, remember to share the videos with your friends and tell them about our reading sessions so that they can come and get active to it too. All right. So thank you so much for being here. And I must say it was a pleasure sharing this moment with you guys. And if you don't have any questions, then I'm gonna end the live here for today. If you do have a question and you have not shared it, please you can share it after the live that's finished in the comments still, or you can email it to me, no problem. So let me know what more you want to see and all that good stuff. I'm still awaiting anyone who wants to come up on screen to discuss anything that we've talked about here. I'm just gonna give 1 minute for that. So let me know, guys, if you want to come up on screen. I can definitely share with you. Let me share the invitation link. And you guys do not have to use your camera. You can just use your audio. All right? You don't have to use your camera. You can use your audio. Let me know, guys. So the link is in the comments. If you want to come up on screen, please get active and let me know if you want to come up on screen. I've already changed my screen in case you want to come up on screen. Okay. Let me know. So I'm giving you a minute, guys, to click on that link. That's in the comment section if you want to come up on screen. If not, then we're gonna end the live here, guys. So thank you so much for being here, guys. It was a pleasure sharing this time with you reading. If you guys want to come up on screen, please click the link to come up on screen. That is in the comment section. And we can definitely talk about things that you guys wish to talk about. So if you want to come up on screen, just click the link in the comments, guys. That's all you need to do. Click the link in the comments. Click the link in the comments, guys. If you want to come on screen. You got this. Nobody want to come up on screen? Okay, it's fine. You can just keep doing it. You don't want to come up on screen, guys. You guys don't wish to talk? Okay, it's fine. Alright, guys, so I'll end the live here, seeing that you guys don't want you guys are not interested in on screen before. If you guys are not interested in coming up on screen, okay, we have one person. So let's add this person. Who's gonna come up? So you're gonna remove this, and we're gonna add this person. Let's add the person. The person's device is not connected. Your device is not connected. I don't know why. Guys, we're gonna end the live here. Okay, just keep practicing how to read English, and hopefully next time it will all be well with you coming up on screen to read. Hey, y'all, thank you so much for coming in. But we are having some issues, having it saying that your device is not connected. All right, so Thank you guys for being here. See you guys again soon to practice reading English.